Set in the shadow of the Alps, in the northwestern region of Piedmont, the city of Turin served as the first capital of unified Italy from 1861 to 1865, until the capital was moved to Florence and then to Rome, where it currently stands. Turin is the fourth largest city in Italy, and while it is traditionally recognized for being home to the Italian car maker Fiat and the football teams of Juventus and Turin, the city also stands out because of the charming mix of Baroque, Art Nouveau, and rationalist architecture. Famous for its cafés, lavish aperitifs, and its nightlife, Turin was the seat of the royal family of Savoy that ruled the Kingdom of Italy until it became a republic in 1946. An often overlooked fact, also by Italians themselves, is that the cafés of Turin are the place where the history of the country was written. Indeed, it is here that intellectuals, politicians, and aristocrats used to meet to discuss the ideas of the Italian Risorgimento, the movement that promoted the aspiration of a unified Italy, free from the domination of foreign powers such as the Spanish and the Austro-Hungarian Empire. After years of struggle, the ideals of Risorgimento culminated in the liberation of the country and the establishment of the Kingdom of Italy in 1861 under the rule of the House of Savoy. Luxury chandeliers, white and yellow marble, and vintage mirrors will welcome you in the famous Café Fiorio, located a stone throw from the city's castle.
I'm about to have a coffee in Café Fiorio, which is one of the most famous cafes here in Turin. It is so famous that back in the day, the King of Italy, every morning he used to ask his helpers, what are people saying in the Fiorio? It was his way to get updates about what was going on in the city, to understand what was going on among the people, if that makes sense. So the intellectuals really, because not many people back in the day could afford the Fiorio.
While the quality of their coffee and desserts is outstanding, what makes Café Fiorio unique is the role it has played in Italian history by spreading the ideals of Risorgimento among the elites and even the royal family of Savoy. Located in the beautiful Piazza San Carlo, Café Torino stands out among the other cafes for its Belle Époque atmosphere. For more than a century, it has been frequented by prominent personalities of the Italian cultural and political world, such as writer Cesare Pavese and the former President of the Republic, Luigi Einaudi. Also, in the 1950s, Café Torino became a meeting point for international cinema stars such as James Stewart, Ava Gardner, and Brigitte Bardot. Founded at the end of the 19th century, Café Mulasano started as a distillery and became a cafe only in 1907, when it moved to its current location next to the castle. Café Mulasano made a name for itself for being the place where the Italian tramezzino was created. An Italian sandwich made on soft white bread and usually cut into triangles and filled with 1 or 2 ingredients.
I got a sandwich called the Garibaldino that is made with, it contains really tuna, peppers, mayo, capers, and all these kind of things. And it tastes very Italian, very Mediterranean, really. What's really curious about this dish, if so we can call it, is the name, actually, because it stands for something like tra mezzino, like in between, and it was invented by the Italian poet Gabriele D'Annunzio. Gabriele D'Annunzio was the most prominent poet during the fascist period in Italy. He thought that this type of very fast and effective and efficient, actually, cuisine should have replaced the old way of Italian eating.
The list of traditional cafes in Turin is nearly endless, and in each of them a small part of the history of my country was written. Sipping coffee in these informal museums, not only can you get a taste of the drink that has become an essential part of everyday life in Italy, but if you listen or dream carefully enough, you can almost hear the speeches and conversations that created Italy. It were the ideals of Risorgimento that motivated 1,000 men from northern Italy to initiate the liberation of the country under the guidance of our national hero, Giuseppe Garibaldi. Eventually, leading to the unification of Italy under only one flag for the first time since the end of the Roman Empire. One could then say that while it is true that Italians make good coffee, it is also true that good coffee made Italy.